Hey you guys, how are you doing today? I hope you're having an awesome day. Right now, I actually want to show you guys the makeup routine I've been doing lately because it's super easy, super simple. It doesn't use a ton of products and it just gives you that really nice, soft, just kind of pretty look, and I like it. It goes well with my hair, whether it's more bright or pastel, and it's just a really easy look to do. So lately I've been using the Anastasia Riviera palette, and I know it's more of a summer palette, but Estate and Coastline, I love these peach shades. They're gorgeous. So I like using this a lot. I haven't been using any eyeshadow primer lately because my moisturizer has actually provided just enough stick to make shadows work really well. And honestly, with these, you really don't need a primer. I mean, one's always good for super bold looks, but for something like this, you don't. So I'm grabbing the Morphe M330. This and the Morphe M506 are my go-to like everyday brushes. I'm just popping this into Estate, and I put this in my crease. I tend to have a good amount of bluishy purple veins on my eyelids, but this look honestly covers them up pretty well. And I swear once I started using peach eyeshadows, like, you don't go back. Like, peach eyeshadows are amazing, especially if you have super pale skin tones. So I've noticed kind of a strange phenomenon where when I do my makeup off camera, it looks amazing. When I do my makeup on camera, it looks like crap. So we're going to be working on that because I don't know why. Like, I'll do this amazing makeup, go out, get tons of compliments on it, on just eye makeup, of course. But then when I try and film the same look, it looks awful. So I don't get why that happens. It could be because makeup looks different on camera than it does in person. I'm not sure. But anyway, next I'm taking the M506 and going in with Coastline. And I kind of switch it up a little bit every day as to how exactly I do this. But today I'm just kind of patting Coastline on the outer corner and then sweeping and blending it into the rest of the crease. I promise you can do this kind of eye look. Like, this does not take any talent or skill at all. But I'm just doing the same thing on the other eye. Hate how Morphe brushes shed. Love how they work. I'm in the mood for pink, so I'm going to take some of Monte Carlo, which is just this gorgeous pink. It's not super crazy bright. It can really be sheared out. Like, see how soft that looks? So it's kind of a good starter pink if shades like Bahamas kind of terrify you. The big trick with pink, and to avoid making it look like you're sick with pink eyeshadow, is to not put it on the top and the bottom, and to pair it with other shades, at least in my experience. So I'm going to stop there. I'm not done with the eye makeup yet, but I can't finish it until I do concealer. So I'm going to move on to curling my lashes. Okay, so the liner I've been going between black and brown, but the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil, this one's in Whiskey, is excellent. This is probably, if you want to line your tight line, this is probably the best pencil I've found if you wear contacts, because it does not goop up, it doesn't get in your eyes and around your contacts, it doesn't get on your contacts. Like, it's excellent. So I've been using this, and I need to bring my mirror closer. I just very lightly tight line, just probably the outer 2/3, just to darken up my lash line. It's really, really subtle, but it's perfect. So now that that's done, I'm going to move on to mascara, and I just opened up a new one. You know my love for drugstore mascaras. This one is Maybelline the Rocket Volume Express. I love both the regular and waterproof versions. This is a regular one. If you see this little dot, I try and put stickers on my mascara with the date on them, because I will keep my mascaras for like a whole year and not even realize it. But I love this. This is probably one of the few plastic bristle brushes that I like. This does a beautiful job. I know it's supposed to be just volumizing, but this does have a bit of a lengthening effect as well. But I love that this doesn't crumble. It doesn't like leave little flecks on your cheeks. It's really buildable without getting super spidery. And it's fast. Like, I just, mwah, I love this mascara. This Snapscara I was using was really, really good until it got probably until the 2.5, 3 month mark. And then it started crumbling like crazy partway through the day, which really sucks because I think I only probably use like maybe 1/8 of the whole tube. I wish they would make sample size mascaras for drugstore mascaras, because sample sizes are fantastic because they don't get old before you go through like the whole thing. But there we go. As you can see, my fat eyelid, I still get a line of mascara there. Let's move on to foundation. So I've been using this one a ton. This is the NYX Bear With Me. This is in the shade True Beige Buff. I love this for a super light coverage foundation. It's fantastic. It's kind of like a light coverage foundation BB cream had a baby. And then I apply this with the Love is the Foundation brush. This also goes on beautifully with the Beauty Blender, or in a pinch you can even use your fingers to apply it. Though I hate doing that because I don't like my hands getting gross. I always start my foundation, no matter like what I'm using, on my nose. That way I can really buff it in so it covers all those pores, etc. And then I thin it out towards the edges of my face. Because I have less acne and discoloration near the edges of my face than I do in the middle. And because it just looks more natural that way. Just putting a little bit extra where I need it, making sure everything is really well blended. Next, I'm going in with my new favorite concealer. I'm in love with this stuff, Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. I know it's not new, but you know. This is vanilla. I love this stuff. This is amazing. And I just put it here on the inner corner and then here on the outer corner. And then for blending this in, I've tried using this brush. I know a lot of people can blend out their concealer with this brush. Not me. It does not work for me. So I just use one of my Misha puffs. That way I don't have to wet makeup sponge, and just tap it in and it works beautifully. You can also use your fingers if you want. And I'll do that in a pinch as well, and it works good. Boop. And now on the outside. I love this because it looks like you have full concealer coverage. Like, it hides like everything, even though you have like nothing here, which is amazing because you don't get creasing. This is probably one of the best things I picked up this year, and I can't remember who I picked this up from, but it completely has changed my concealer. Like, amazing. Okay, so that is done. I'm going to kind of let that dry a bit. and move on to my eyebrows. I'm using the Anastasia Dip Brow in Taupe. Yes, I've gone back to this recently just because, well, I love, love, love pencil. I kind of don't like having to spend like an hour on my eyebrows because pencil takes so long, especially in this gap where I have less hair. But interestingly enough, my eyebrows have been growing in a good bit, which is unique, and they're darker than they normally are. So I think it's due to lack of sunlight because I've been inside so much. My hair is the kind that, my natural hair is the kind that will lighten very easily in the sun because I was one of those kids who was blonde hair, blue-eyed when I was a baby. And then by the time I was 9, I was like brunette with green eyes, like so weird. My like eyebrows, my hair, everything will lighten with a lot of sun exposure. I'm so not good at this eyebrow just because angles. And also I like slightly darker eyebrows in the winter and when my roots grow in. When I don't have any roots and my hair is freshly dyed, I like lighter eyebrows, and then I like matching them to my roots when they grow in. So that's why I always keep a good variety of brow products around because, you know, things change. So let's finish up the eyes. I am bringing in this magical little pot of goodness. This is the NYX Prismatic Shadow and Girl Talk. This is what I use when the palette I'm using does not have a good highlighter. I mean, Sales is a beautiful white, but I typically like something shimmery or more shimmery. And this like is the perfect shade to go with pretty much any eye look as a highlight. Like, look at that. It's insane. I love it so much. So I'm highlighting my inner corner and I am bringing this. I'm using a tiny baby brush, by the way. This is from Real Techniques. It's their accent brush. Bringing it on my lid and just kind of feathering it into that pink. Now, some days I will skip the highlight and just do the peaches in the crease of my eye and then put pink all over the lid and call that good. And now I like to go back into this palette now that, oh, actually I missed a step. Hold up. Okay, with whatever's left on the brush after I do that second eye, I'll just drag a little bit under the front part of my eye just to help open it up and make them look larger, because I have slightly smaller eyes. In fact, once I was at the eye doctor and they're like, you have really small eyes. I was like, gee, thank you. That's great. So yeah, I've been doing whatever I could since that point to make my eyes look less small. Thank you, doctor. I take this e.l.f. brush, this little flat definey brush, and go into a state and just take that underneath my eye. Now, if a state is too pinky for you, you can go with a different color. You could switch it up and use like Cabana, which is more of a yellow tone. Sometimes I will do a state and then take just a teensy bit of Palm. It's a super dark brown, just a dab. Right on that outer corner. It's just a tiny little difference, but it's those little teensy differences that make makeup look so good. Like if you ever look at someone's makeup and you go, wow, they look just incredible, you will often notice that it's teensy tiny little details, like a dot of something here or there, and that really helps change something up. Well, I love like full-blown, full-face Instagram makeup. I love that. I think it's fantastic and so much fun. Well, I love more artistic looks too. I really appreciate a super subtle, just light tweaks with makeup, because that's honestly the hardest makeup to do, is the little tiny tweaks that make you look very natural, but just like stunning. Those, if you can nail that, then you're good. Okay, we are almost done. I am moving on to blush. I'm using Tarte's Party. When I'm doing a quick look, I typically go for a nice neutral blush like this, and I'm using a Real Techniques blush brush. And I will take it right underneath my eyes on the apples of my cheeks. And then I will squish the brush, dab, dab, and across my nose. Just for a soft, like naturally blushy look. And then I'll just fluff it out as much as possible. This is the way I like to do my blush when I'm not doing contour, I'm not doing highlight. I just want something that's very cutesy and soft. That's the way to go. Okay, and for lips, I am going to use the Kylie Jenner Candy K set. I love these sets. I think they're incredible. Even after years of doing this, I still suck at lining my lips evenly. Not too bad today, yay! I do have a bit of Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask on my lips from when I did my skincare this morning, so that's why it's really plush and not quite as dry. And then Candy K again. Sometimes I'll mix the sets up and use different shades together, but typically I'll keep them the same. And a super thin layer of this. All right, you guys, this is the final look. It's really soft, really easy to do. It's really pretty, can easily be glammed up. Change the blush placement to a little bit more angled and take it off the nose. Do contour, highlight, and throw on a pair of false lashes and you're glam. So you can easily change this up to be a more dramatic, more glam look. And you can also tone it down by not doing the super bright highlight and maybe even going with a neutral gloss instead of a full lip. So it's one of those looks that's really versatile, but it's really, really easy. Like I only used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 products altogether, which I know sounds like a lot, but I mean, it really isn't. Eyeliner, mascara, lip liner, lipstick, foundation, blush, concealer, eyebrow stuff, and 2 eye products. Well, several in the palette, but you get what I mean. Anyway, super easy look to do. I love it. It's very, very beginner friendly, especially if you are just getting into makeup. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this kind of little not mini, I guess it's a full tutorial. How long? Yeah, I've been filming for like 26 minutes. Okay, this is a full tutorial, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful, and I hope you give this look a try. If you do, let me know how you liked it, how it worked out for you. And if you guys like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It really helps support my channel. And if you haven't yet, if you're new here, hi, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I'd be so happy to have you here. You guys can also keep up with me on Twitter and Instagram. The links for those are down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again very, very soon. Bye.